everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. Today we're going to be talking about our top 5 Halloween movies in the last 5 years. Let's get it started. Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano. With me as always is Brandon Rich. How are you doing, muchacho?
Yeah, I'm good. Great. Fucking scary movie time, dude. Of course I'm good. This is my time to shine. Also, they just released a Resident Evil trailer. Looks pretty cool. So, I'm about that. Also, Tech Nine just released a song. I know you like Nina. It's got a couple rappers in it. And then it's got Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it, and he raps.
Does he say you're welcome a lot on
it? Those are the vibes I got. I got Maui vibes from him. But it's just hard not to once he starts singing.
You're welcome.
He throws spits of verse.
I can just see him. He's like, all right, Rock, hit your line. He's like, now I got a fee. He did some coconuts. Like, enough with the coconuts, man. Every other verse with you is coconuts this.
Well, I thought it was just like at the beginning, The Rock's talking. He's like, oh, yeah, go fuck shit up. And then Tech Nine just starts doing his thing, starts rapping.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the song, The Rock just comes on screen. I'm like, is he? Is he? And then he does. He lit that microphone on fire. He was spitting some
Don't mess with Dwayne when he's on a breakaway.
Just wanted to share that. I haven't heard him sing since his WWE days.
Dude, I heard it. I think I heard it on TikTok. It was funny. It was like him working out, and then they like played like a big part of the song. I remember thinking like, he's putting this out there. He's literally going for it. I mean, he's trying.
He raps out his Terramana a lot too. He brings it. He name drops a couple times. It's pretty much just for him to add.
Product placement, your own products. Attaboy.
So yeah, I went out and bought some Terramana.
Well, let's get into our topic today. We're going to be talking about our top 5 horror movies in the last 5 years. Our top 5 in 5. Me and Brand have scoured all the movies that have been out for the last 5 years. We're going to start from our 5th favorite, going to all the way to our number 1. I'm excited for this. You are my horror expert, but he knows what he's talking about. You ask him his opinions on anything ghastly and ghouly. Let's get right into it, man. I want to get right into this genre. First, maybe tell me what's your criteria for this. What makes it for you?
I don't know. I had one I wanted to put there, but I didn't find it to be so much a scary movie, more of a thriller, more of an intense movie. But it is under horror. I still didn't put it. Fuck.
If we match, we got to take a shot. By the way, we might be matching already. We might be matching.
Like the movie has to match
the slot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Have to have the same taste in slots.
So I told you right before the podcast started, I have a 5A and a 5B, and I was not kidding.
That's cheating, but okay.
No, it's not. So my 5A, fitting under my criteria, is Hush.
Ooh. We almost matched.
The movie was fucking intense. Because you hear what she hears. She's deaf.
So you hear nothing?
It was so much better. What?
Do you just hear nothing then if you hear what she hears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right as I started that sentence, I hesitated. I was like,
You see everything Ray Charles seen. The screen's black the whole movie.
It's so good. Oh my God.
She's beautiful. Look how pretty she is. She's like, I want to see her.
I see you. No, you don't, Ray. No.
I walk out that door. I walk out alone.
That's a good line. A typical horror movie plot. A writer needs to be secluded in the woods for some strange fucking reason to be able to write their book.
Yeah.
She's deaf, and the dude starts attacking her home. A home invasion.
Home invasion movie. I think I'm just gonna start off by doing a shot with you. This is super unprecedented. I had Hush as my number 4, but it makes no sense for you to talk about it than me to jump into it. Dude, Hush is an awesome movie. It's a slasher film. It's underrated. The protagonist is smart, despite the fact that she's deaf. She uses that in her advantage sometimes. And the killer's sadistic. He doesn't want to kill you. He wants you to die scared. Really cool, interesting parts. Some things. The same guy that did this did Haunting on Hill House, the one on Netflix that everybody really liked. So if you like that movie and you haven't heard of Hush, jump on in.
There is a part in that movie where she's pleading, please leave, you know. She goes, I haven't seen your face. I won't say anything. He just slowly removes his mask. And it's just like, yeah, shit's about to get real for you, woman.
It was such a good scene because that's such a smart thing, right? She's like, listen, cut your losses. You didn't get me. I got away. There's glass in between us. Just walk away. I can't identify you to anybody. And he goes, you know what? No, one of us tonight is going. So let's see how it ends.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie. So
yeah,
go watch it if you haven't seen it. And I know a lot of you haven't. So.
Absolutely.
My 5B is this
No
kid
way.
right here. Ooh yeah. It's Halloween.
Oh, you going to Halloween? All right, no shot for you. Go on with your explanation.
I have a soft spot for Michael Myers, and I could not leave it off. I couldn't do it. And the second one looks good. Just get pretty good reviews. I'm excited, but there's not much I can say. It's a Michael Myers movie. That's what you need to know. He's walking around killing things.
This is a very niche kind of movie. I don't judge these anymore. They're just not for me. I got kicked out of watching this with the last girl I went to this movie with because I wouldn't stop laughing. But I understand. I just wasn't raised on them, so to me they're all silly. They're, to me,
This guy right here.
it's super fair. Just it's not for me. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Let me go watch a movie about a guy that can stretch his arms really far with a rock creature and a fire guy. I'm like, that makes way more sense. Makes so much sense.
All right, here's my shot to Hush.
Hush, such a good call. To all the people that have been killed in the movies I love. Should have gotten in the car and drove away. Stupid. Hiding behind chainsaws.
True, except when they flatten the tires. I always like when they get in the car, it's like, oh, fuck. Drive on those rims then, bitch.
You know who drove on the rims when he was 17? This guy. You know what happened? Sparks. But I made it like 7 miles.
I did it for like 1 or 2 because I ain't about to stop on freeway and people are dicks. But...
Oh, freeway smart.
Yeah. I just stopped right in the middle and changed my tire. People are like, oh, fuck, man, I'm sorry.
A little credit to your 5B. Michael Myers is absolutely iconic. Yeah, baby. To the point of there's a guy down the road who has a big bronze horse and a guy riding it. And for every holiday, like he puts bunny ears on the horse and makes the rider a rabbit. And this year for Halloween, he made Michael Myers riding the thing straight up with the mechanic pants and shirt, the white mask, whole everything. I drove past the first time. I was all, get the fuck out of here. Because if you see that at night and your high beams hit it on a turn, you're like, is this the end? Did you get me?
So you post everything that goes on in your life, except for that, the one thing I'm interested. I get it. Your brother horseshoes. Let's move on with our lives.
No, it's funny. The one time I was working, and he was trimming. 3 girls walked by and they were just watching. They're like, I love watching this. Don't you? It's just nice. It's getting it clean and you never get to see it. And I was like, I bet that would have been a good video. God damn it.
That would have been. At least you're smart enough to record the better looking brother.
Chance is busy. I also have a 5B. It exists and it's Top Gun. No, I don't have a 5B. I don't have a 5B. Sorry.
What's your 5? You said 4 was Hush. What's your 5?
So
are you just saying you switching it? You going 5?
I'm gonna switch. I'll switch Hush to 5 because this is one that no one's seen, and some people have, and the people that have are gonna agree with us immediately. Go watch Hush.
I haven't heard a single person say a bad thing about this movie.
No, and everybody goes like this. What about that scene? And I go, oh, I forgot about the crossbow with the notches. You know, there's always a scene you forget. But I don't want to overhype it, but definitely go see it.
Fuck yourself up.
God, jeez, come on, man. Love Touch, super good number 5. I'm gonna say both are number 5s because our number 4s are hopefully different. But if not, I'll get another shot. I guess we're gonna match 1,000 times. It's crazy.
Oh, I better get another shot ready then.
Oh God! All right, I'll start with the number 4. So my top 4 pick of horror movies in the last 5 years is a surprising one that one of the most famous bald people there is. Patrick Stewart plays a villain. It's called Green Room. Green Room. Have you seen it?
I haven't finished it. It was one of those we started watching it and things just came up. Never got back to it. Not because it was bad. It's just it's on our watch list for this.
I'm looking at over my movies, and most of them, none of them are going to be slasher-esque, but they're going to probably be thrillers with like psycho killer guy coming in, which I guess is like slashers. None of mine are demons, I guess I should say. None of them are ghosts. But Green Room is about a band that goes out and they party, and essentially a lot of their audience turns out to be like Nazi members. So they kind of do a song on the spot where they just bash Nazis, right? Awesome kind of party. I think Anton Yelchin might be in this. I think he is.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And Patrick Stewart plays a bad guy, Professor Xavier himself, Captain Picard. And man, it's just a realistic, scary part where you're backed into a room. Everyone else there is trying to kill you. And it's not like, well, I'll kill him with this nail gun. It's real. Like, if you don't have a gun, they'll kill you. So they really are struggling, trying to escape. And there's parts where they open the door and they're trying to deal and through these metal doors and stuff. I remember thinking like, God, this is such a brutal one, but also not the best, but probably one that people didn't give a shot, which I would say, if you're into thrillers, definitely try Green Room. A little gory, though. So be prepared.
Well, I'm sold. We're going to end it right here.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I hear good things about that one. I really do want to go finish and watch it. It's on there's a couple that I haven't seen on our list this year to watch during Halloween.
I'm nervous about Malignant. I'm hoping it's not on your list, but I just saw it on HBO and I haven't started it yet. I didn't know.
I haven't seen that one yet. I did go watch Candyman, the new one.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's Jordan Peele's third best.
Jesus.
I mean, I can't think of anything he does other than the 2 very popular ones. I don't know if he's directed anything else, but I think both might be on our list.
Well, I was gonna say, there's some amazing movies out in theaters too. I don't want to sandbag you. Jordan Peele's definitely getting mentioned on my list, but
mentioned on my list.
I've seen a bunch of movies. James Bond just came out today as well. Venom's out. Venom's not bad. Go see if you like the first Venom. Out of all the movies I've seen, there's one no one's talking about called Cop Shop with Gerard Butler, and
good things about that one.
It's good. It's good.
I that match my schedule here at that fucking theater.
Man, it's one of those ones that people aren't going to see. It's like very what's it called? Times at the El Royale kind of feel. It's kind of that feel. But I like it. I'm a fan of it. And there's a new actress that's leading it. I'll find out her name later. Steven, look it up. And she does a great job. I think she's going to go on to do great stuff. So definitely check it out.
Perfect. Yeah, that's one I really want to see. It's got good reviews. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Candyman's good. I wasn't a huge fan of the original, to be honest. I didn't love it. I liked it. I think this is maybe better. It's very Jordan Peele-esque. You'll see. It deals with some racial tension, which I don't mind.
Sure.
But yeah, very good. So not very good, but good.
Okay.
I don't like it as much. She thought it was
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, good.
So my number 4 was Green Room with Sir Patrick Stewart laying on some murders. How about you for your number 4?
My number 4.
Yeah.
Is Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
Oh, you're doing it? I like it. Nice.
At number 4, Bill Skarsgård. Fucking as Pennywise is the best goddamn thing in horror movies. It's so goddamn good. I love it. I got shoes, custom-made Pennywise shoes.
You did.
And I've talked about 2 of the 3 people on my shirts, wherever they are.
He's right in the center. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't find Michael Myers. He's here. Anyways.
Brandon doesn't see color. You know why?
Yeah.
He's colorblind.
I don't even see his balloon at all.
You know his green balloon?
I think that character right there will be one of the most iconic horror villains. I'm talking Bill Skarsgård's version. Tim Curry's version, iconic, yeah, but I honestly think this one will be elevated. It's partly because of Tim Curry, obviously.
I had this as a slash as my number 2.
4 through 2, really my 3rd and 4th, I guess. I could not debate or decide on where to put them.
I mean, I think it's such a good pick. Once again, I'm not mad at your pick at all. The opening scene is such a change from the original. People that don't even like horrors. My dad doesn't like horror movies. I go, this movie's really good. He goes like, yeah, whatever. And I go, no. I go, I'm telling you, I watch every movie that comes out. I go, this is one of the best ones I've seen in like the last year and a half. He goes like, really, the clown one? And I go, yeah. He goes, is it gory at all? And I go, no, it's fine. And I forgot in the first 30 seconds, the clown cuts his arm off, the kid, Georgie, and drags him into the sewers. And he called me after that. I go, how'd you like the movie? He's like, the kid gets killed in the first 30 seconds. His arm ripped off. And I was like, it's not what I asked. I said, did you like the movie? He's like, I did like it. It was gory as fuck. I go, it wasn't that gory, man.
It's not that gory. Just the beginning part.
Some parts are, but it's super worth it.
It's so good. And he's creepy, too. He's genuinely creepy. He can make his eye move. Like, that's not CGI. His eye rolls to the side.
I like to do impressions, and my old boss, Corey, back in Utah, his daughter kept scaring him. He said, can you do Pennywise? I go, I probably can. Why? And he said, I want you to scare her. I want her to be in the shower, and you start making sounds like Pennywise is out there laughing at her. And I go, what, like a walkie-talkie? He's like, I was thinking like a Pennywise costume. I go, you want me there? And he's like, yeah.
How old is his daughter?
Like 6.
Oh, don't do that, though. Don't do that.
Dude, so young. I was like, Jesus. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah. He's like, I think you'd scare her really good. I was like, I don't even want to do it on a walkie-talkie.
He's a creepy clown spying on an underage girl in the shower, bro.
I'm just
you
saying.
Go to prison and you ain't lasting in prison. Not because they fucking you. You used to that, but because they're murdering you. I hear that's what they do to pedophiles.
I think I make a lot of friends. How you doing, Giorgio? Oh, like a balloon.
It's one of your better ones. And yeah, I don't see you with clown makeup on ever.
You're the clown here, bozo. No, I don't know. But anyways, you're absolutely right. That Pennywise is awesome. Tim Curry's was good. The only reason it wasn't number 1 on my list is because it's a remake, so I already knew how the movie ended and all that kind of stuff. But I really thought it was really good.
The second one ended.
I don't want to talk about the second one. Would not make my list for sure. I'm not a huge fan of the second one.
I love Bill Hader. I don't love the second one though. You're right.
He's too jokey. It's too many. They shoehorn a lot of jokes in, and they took the fear away from me. Which I was just like, man, you can't make one-liners while you're being chased by a head that's rolling on the ground. You got, it's
you can.
Well, you shouldn't. Never be the head of a major organization.
We got 86%, and I'm going to talk up Hush a little bit more here.
Whoa.
So while Pennywise the dancing clown,
Pennywise the dancing clown,
86%, Hush threw out a cool 93.
Ooh, child.
Just saying. But I didn't rate it higher because I preferred it. I won't lie.
Talk about some good parts in those movies. I'm gonna look up Green Room. I want to see if I can.
Like 96 or something like that.
I want to see if I can compete with what you're saying.
It's on a lot of lists as top horror movies. but it's like top 3. Green Room. There's another one.
Is
that
it?
I haven't seen. Yeah,
Alright.
I love it. I do my research for this podcast, bro.
Not me. I go off of all mental memories. You know, mental memories. 90% on Rotten Tomato. We have good taste.
What is it rated? Was I right?
90.
90. I thought it was higher. So not quite Hush levels, but you know. So yeah, just so you guys can go watch Hush. But my number 4 was It. I love Pennywise. One of my favorites. People think I'm obsessed with him, and I don't even care. They keep giving me Pennywise shit. I ain't mad. Keep it coming.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
Go.
Hey, Rob's checking in. What's up, Rob? Appreciate you checking out the podcast, bruv. Hope your Halloween's being spooktacular.
So corny. Stupid.
So candy corny. So that was our number 4 pick, which me and Brandon both. I mean, It is such a good one. I only chose Green Room because I was trying. My list is gonna be kind of underrated ones, but then towards the top, everyone's gonna know my stuff because I think.
Yeah, mine's all underrated after this.
Overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Okay. Yeah, man, dude, I'm kind of excited about my number 3. My number 3 is. I'm afraid you might be mad at my number 3 a little bit. I think you might be mad.
Probably.
All right, so I was going through the horror movies, and there was a bunch of good ones that actually legitimately scared me. There was like Babadook scared me. There's a couple ones. The one you hated, that's about sexual transmitted diseases that you hated. It Follows scared me, but
which I think came out like 2015 or 14 or something like that.
Well, that's the cutoff. If it was 2014, it's no good. But that's not my one. My one was
He's a cutoff, bitch.
Mine was a kind of a funny one, I guess, but still good, which is Ready or Not, which with Samara Weaving, which is an underrated, weird one that
I am mad. I think I'm gonna be mad.
I don't know because I don't know if it's a horror movie.
On my list. You know what? I'll take a shot in that one.
Killing it, yes.
Because I want it on my list. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, dude. Rob says he's excited to watch this episode because he doesn't know if they make good horror movies. So I would say Brandon is probably more your expert on this, but I'm in the same boat you are, where for horror movies, to me, they're just like other movies. They have to make them good. So we've mentioned a couple ones that we really liked. Hush was a great one. Green Room, I liked a lot. Brandon brought up It, which is stellar. If you haven't seen It, definitely watch it. And Ready or Not is a weird, fun slasher kind of spoof, but kind of serious take on some of these older movies. And Samara Weaving is quickly turning into one of my favorite actresses to watch.
It's about a woman who gets married into a family that plays a game whenever someone is joining their family. She got to choose the game. I don't know if it was at random or not.
It was at random. So it was like kind of like a jug, and it shoots out a card, and you have to play that game.
Yeah, that's right. Hide and seek.
Yeah.
Which means she hides. The family kills her.
The family is hunting her, and if they don't kill her by sunrise, there's an old curse that they believe in that if they don't kill her, then they lose all their wealth and their family dies, all this different stuff.
Like Cabin in the Woods.
Has that kind of like humor feel about it.
Yeah, but, that's the movie I compare it to because it's kind of the same premise. Teens at the cabin, they have to get the kill, so the god is happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I would choose Ready or Not over Cabin in the Woods. And I really like Cabin in the Woods.
I might watch that movie tonight. I'm getting the Halloween spirit. You might not be able to tell. I mean, I got my Halloween pants on, guys. Like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it now. Ready or Not is for me was one that I went to the theaters for. I thought they put all the good parts in the trailer. I was like, oh man. And then I watched, I realized they saved like 6 awesome parts that they didn't talk about. And My only critique of this movie is a little bit of the editing. She has an amazing Australian ear-splitting scream,
Good night, Mike.
and
Bye.
she does it like they do it too much. Like she does it like 18 times in this movie, and you're like, man, it's just barely overboard with her screaming constantly, Samara Weaving.
I disagree.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like saying, hey, Michael Jordan, you shoot too much because you can make baskets. You're really good at it, but let's stop shooting.
Take a break.
Down.
Let's Pippen try.
Rodman have some points. Who's really just a defense expert?
Yeah, Rodman's in a wedding dress. He's gonna do some great moves. Be on ESPN later.
No, I loved her scream. I did not think it was overdone. So.
Well, that's my number 3, though. Ready or not, I'm glad that you approved. You're my horror master, so anytime I talk about it, if we're talking about westerns,
I was definitely bringing it up today. So, but my number 3 is, God, it came out last year. One of the most talked about movies. It's The Invisible Man.
Man, you're fucking my list up today, bruv. You're just a bad person.
What do you mean? These are great movies.
They are great movies. I thought we'd be so different. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be nothing but slashers, but I am a man.
That's what I thought. You're right. That's what I thought.
I watched Squid Games that I just started today before the
Okay.
Invisible Man, Elizabeth Moss. I forget her show on Hulu because I'm not a big fan, to be honest.
Danny DeVito.
I love Danny DeVito. All right, let's just stop the podcast and talk about Danny DeVito.
Let's do it.
It's about a woman who is being tormented by an invisible man.
You're terrible at this.
It's so fucking great. She plays that scared at nothing perfectly. It's one of the best castings I think I've seen in quite a while. I mean, there's other good ones, but I put it up there on my list mainly because of Elizabeth Moss. She slays it in this role. Every other character in this movie is average horror movie character.
Yeah.
But she kills it. I'm talking her up for a reason because she fucking murders it and makes this movie that much better.
I was just saying before, I'm a self-professed misogynist. Most of my favorite actors are guys. There's not a lot of women actresses that I'm a big fan of. Elizabeth Moss is amazing. I think she's top tier.
Thank God no one listens to this. We just lost.
I'm just being honest. If someone could name your top 5 favorite actors, I wouldn't have a woman in there. But Elizabeth Moss is amazing to me. I think she's really good. And this movie is a silly premise. Like, The Invisible Man's kind of a throwaway idea. It's so good. It's so well done. It's a thriller in every regard.
And again, just to talk up Hush.
No. We don't have to talk. No.
This movie did get 91% on Flixster. Really good. This movie is talked about all year. People thought Elizabeth Moss should have won, or at least have been nominated, because it is hard to make me believe you're being chased and tormented by nothing. What she does. So I'm not even mad that people are like, fucking Oscar snub right there. Because maybe they're right. But the movie itself is good. She is, I'll say it, she's perfect in this movie. It's a perfect casting. Seriously, if you have not seen Invisible Man, go see Invisible Man. Like, fucking rent it. Books.
I don't know if you have to rent anymore. I bet it's coming out to something soon, but it is Halloween, right? So they might be trying to squeeze a little more juice out of that lemon.
Trying. They will put a decent movie here, and then bam, you're gonna pay $4.99 to rent this motherfucker for 24 hours.
That's right. Spider-Man with Doc Ock's going to be charged $30 to rent it on Amazon because the trailer just popped out.
I'm about to jump into stores because I ain't paying that much. I'm like, I'll dig these $16 to find that movie on DVD.
The only one more happy about that trailer than Marvel was Tobey Maguire getting some of those residuals.
Yeah, that dude need money because he don't work no more.
No, he just races. Last I heard, he's just racing horses. Hey, everybody, we're
racist, and I was like, whoa, my boy Toby Maguire racist.
He's a racist.
All of a sudden.
Hey, everybody, we're going to take a quick break brought to you by The Buzz. Check out some of these other cool shows on their platform, and we'll be right back with our top 1 and 2 for our top 5 horror movies in the last 5 years.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar, told you that I go far. Baby, it's crystal clear. I'm not a souvenir. I'm not an accessory, I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now. I'm a necessity, so come and check me out now.
I know he got his head cut off. They made 2 more Halloween movies. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Whiskey Cinema. We're talking about our top 5 horror movies. In the last 5 years, we've done our 5, 4, and 3. Brandon, let's recap. Or what was your number 5?
Perfect, because I wanted to say your little joke there. One of the reasons I love this Halloween, there's 18 other fucking Halloween movies.
There's so many.
This one only goes after the first one, so it's Halloween the original, and then for some reason Halloween again. I know why, because John Carpenter hated Rob Zombie's Halloween version so much, he did not want that to be what people know Halloween as, Michael Myers. But the 2018 version of Halloween was that good that people did not care that there's 18 other ones. They just forgot about that bullshit. That's another reason I really like that one. That's why it slid into my top 5. Right there at number 5, right next to Hush, right before It.
Hey, there you go. Good tie. Number 5, I agree with Brandon 100%. I had number 5 as Hush as well. Hush is a stay-at-home invasion thriller. If you like those kinds of movies, check it out. For me, number 4 was Green Room. Sir Patrick Stewart is laying on the hurt on Anton Yelchin's band, who comes and plays at the wrong place and plays the wrong song and pisses off everyone there. And they all try to kill him. Number 3 for me, I can't remember. Ready or Not with Samara Weaving. My mind's always turning.
Hey, you know what? You're focused on what's ahead, and that's our top 2. But my number 3 was Invisible Man, Kate or Elizabeth Moss, not Kate Moss.
I can't look forward to too much, man. My future's too bright.
I saw that joke coming.
Yeah. But getting into our number 1 and our number 2, I like our setup so far. We're not going just a straight genre. We're going a lot of underrateds, a lot of things that need to be appreciated as well, with just like It and Pennywise's performance. What is your number 2 of the top 5 movies of the last 5 years?
My number 2 is A Quiet Place.
I'm going to need a shot.
First of all, A Quiet Place Part 2 is in my honorable mentions. I love both of them. That's how you follow up a fantastic movie. So kudos to John Krasinski. If you have not seen A Quiet Place, somewhere for free. A Quiet Place 2. I think it's on Paramount Plus. But A Quiet Place, fucking amazing.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, A Quiet Place. So I'll probably use a slash. I had a slash I wanted to bring up. I didn't want to put it this high, but I'll put it for the same kind of reason. A Quiet Place is a great pick. I loved it. John Krasinski. I think we told the story a couple times in the podcast. He's flying out, tells his wife Emily Blunt, "Hey, I'm writing this movie. Can you read it? Give me your thoughts." She read it and she goes, "Yeah, I'm playing the wife." And he goes, "Well, I mean, I don't even have anything on it." She goes, "Why? If you do, I'm playing the wife." And he goes, "Of course, my dear, love you, thank you." And of course, you're gonna have Emily Blunt as an option. Right? Yes.
Why wouldn't you choose that? And you chose right, obviously.
She's great. She's fantastic. But Quiet Place is awesome. Such a neat idea, like you said, taking the senses away where everyone was deaf, and this one no one can speak because the monsters hunt by sound. They look like big rock praying mantises. Awesome critters, so good.
I heard shot, so
I don't have. You know what I can do though? I'm drinking a Jack and Sprite. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do an extra long chug for you.
I have Mountain Dew has a new flavor. It's apple. I have apple Mountain Dew and Jack Daniel's honey.
Oh, honey, honey, please, honey, boo boo.
I didn't know it goes good with apple. I'm a big Mountain Dew fan, so I tried it. Not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of the apple.
It's
Mountain
too
Dew.
sweet. Definitely don't do rum.
I love Crown Apple and Sprite, but Jesus, that shit is too much.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun podcast. Yeah, watch your chin. Yeah, A Quiet Place is an awesome movie. Really like it. The sequel is not bad. It's got Cillian Murphy in it, and also I can't say his name, but the guy from Blood Diamond is like Djamanin Hasu or something like that. Do you know how to say his name?
I ain't even try.
You're smarter than me.
Names today.
I'm a big fan of him, though. His voice is awesome. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel and a bunch of other stuff. Great voice. But good movie. And, you know what happens when there's monsters and there's terrible worlds about? It's been around for like a year or two. You know what's a real problem? People make weird cults, man. They make weird cults.
That's why in every video game, apocalyptic, you're always fighting fucking humans.
Right?
No matter if you're fighting zombies as the main villain, humans will be your fucking villain.
Yeah.
Because we're pieces of shit. That's why I sympathize with dogs. Because they're great.
There was a great quote. I think Keanu Reeves said it. He said, he's like, I love dogs. And he says, I'm using dogs as a gateway to people so that I start liking people more.
Dude, he set the bar too high. Dogs are great. People are shit.
That's what he said. It's like a gateway drug. He's like, maybe this will make me like people because dogs are the best and they seem to like people.
Without any spoilers, I want to know your opinion on A Quiet Place 2's ending.
I like the ending. I think that it had to happen because there was no weaknesses found so far, right? So in a lot of these movies that you watch, like Love and Monsters was one, right, where the world's completely screwed.
Love that movie.
There's no sanctuary really. And in this world, it was the same idea. These things are like tanks that move at the speed of gazelles and they just kill everything that makes a sound. You're like, well, where would they go? In the second one, you find they have a weakness and they find a place where they can't go. Well, one of these things finds its way there. And this little Shangri-La sanctuary they have is now in the real world. And this thing is ripping through people like Drax through cardboard.
Buffet.
Yeah.
He's like,
like Michael Myers.
I'm hungry.
If the trailer serves correct at all, like Michael Myers through firemen.
Michael Myers through all of Haddonfield.
Yeah. Move! Fucking move! Are the houses free?
We'll just fucking go to Alaska. Trust me, he ain't getting there.
Anywhere else. One county over. Dude, it's like living in Metropolis. Like, I don't care how good the water tastes. Move on down the road to Iowa.
So Krasinski already, I think, has said that he wants a third movie, a third installment, which is fine with me. But it makes me like the ending less.
Yeah.
Because I don't like when movies pick up right after the movie if it's not animated. Because I can tell that 15-year-old is now 25.
It's true.
I can see the age, but we're trying to pick up right then, 2 days after. Nah, bro. No, you're preteens now on Pornhub. Let's calm down.
Hey, you're like the rest of us. No big deal. You know, find your category. There's one for everyone. Believe it or not. Whatever you're feeling, you'll find it.
A Quiet Place is the highest rated on my list. At 90%.
Ooh. Man, I love that movie. I don't know if you know what? I'm going to say it is, though, because people shoot down horror movies too hard. To me, it's like comedies. If it's a great movie, it's a great movie. It doesn't matter what genre it is.
It's true. Fucking true.
Dude.
I love this movie. Absolutely recommend it to every single person out there. My mother-in-law, who does not like horror movies at all, love this movie. Just saying.
I want to for my number 2 spot. I had Quiet Place up there, but I'm a professional. Look at this suit. I had one brought up to me that I kind of forgot about, but people loved back in the day, and it was a cult classic. My friend Coraline said, "Hey, are you gonna mention Bird Box?" And I was like, we have to pick our top 5. She's like, I really like Bird Box. And I was like, you know what? So did I. I really liked Bird Box. I thought Bird Box was a neat, weird one with Sandra Bullock blindfolded, and it kind of took over Netflix and the world for a minute. I didn't have it on my list originally, but I don't mind bringing up Bird Box. That was a good movie. Just because it was a Netflix original, you didn't get to see it in theaters, doesn't mean you shouldn't appreciate the guy that stabs somebody outside the door and says, help me, please help me. And someone goes out there, shuts the door, and you see a blood puddle come out, and him go, help me, please help me. Again, like, there's a lot of creepy aspects of Bird Box. And it was different and weird, same kind of vein as Quiet Place. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was weird, but I liked it.
So are you putting Bird Box as number 2?
I mean, if I had to reorganize my list, I would probably put it where I put Green Room, and I'd probably put Hush up there, or Invisible Man.
But first of all, it's even on your top 5.
It was a replacement. It was one I wanted to mention, and then I had the same one as you for Quiet Place. I had that as number 2. But
nothing against Bird Box. And if you want, I said Cabin in the Woods, not Cabin in the Woods. Actually, I didn't compare Hush to anything. Hush is a lot like Bird Box.
Yeah. In some regards.
It's a way of, now you can't see.
Yeah.
Except in Hush, you can't hear. I thought Bird Box was really good, but I didn't even contemplate putting it. And I knew it was out there. I was like, oh, yeah, it was a good movie. What else we got? It's good.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I will say about it. Other than MGK is a shitty actor and they knew to get rid of him.
There was a couple reasons that was like, sometimes like Imagine Dragons Radioactive will play on the radio a lot, and people will be like, I hate that song. And you're like, okay, why? And they're like, I hear it all the time on the radio. Like, that is not the band's fault that no one else has made a good song in 5 months.
Well, that's why you don't listen to the radio anymore, people. Spotify.
But you know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
The Bird Box, like the referees must be doing the Bird Box challenge, and they had like blindfolds on them. Like those were memes in the NFL.
Every meme was a Bird Box meme. I didn't hate it. I was there for it. It took me a few weeks after the memes started coming out to see the movie, and I still enjoyed the movie. Just didn't even get to breathe on my top 5, to be honest.
It's super fair. I'm a fan of Sandra Bullock too, and you know what? I was glad to see her kind of make another good film that I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since she did The Proposal.
So good, The Proposal.
I laughed, but I absolutely love The Proposal.
Dude, I just saw a blooper of that today on TikTok, and she throws the pillow at Ryan Reynolds when he's sleeping, and it blasts his head open, and he goes, and he looks at her, and she goes, you need to, and she just starts laughing, and then he laughs. And I was like, yeah, you fucking smashed his face. His eyes were closed. You need to take it easy.
She needs to be more professional is what I heard. You smashed any co-worker in the face with a pillow. You keep a straight fucking face.
Deadpool will heal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's right. As long as he doesn't have that necklace on.
Dude, like, Akira! Oh, that was close. All right. Thank you. You got to say bless you over the internet, or I'll get catfished.
Dude, I'm trying to appease to all audiences.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, all audiences.
Is that your thing? Should you put your jacket on your shoulder? Hey, guys, let's talk about school funding and why I'm not giving it.
They're thirsty, my friends.
Let's get to our number 1, man. I mean, if anybody here has some honorable mentions.
I'm putting a Bird Box at number 2.
I just honorable. A Quiet Place is my number 2.
That's right. You're right.
But going into this, if we have some movies that we haven't mentioned, even some shows I'll take, because I tell you what, there's been some good shows recently. The Haunting on Hill House was surprisingly a very good movie.
That was
or show. You know, there's been a couple that I was just like, this won't work, and I was like, man, I'm hooked. You got me. You got good characters.
Also on that list of TV shows. It's my favorite TV show. I fucking love it. I can't wait for season 4, but we're not talking series. talking movies. Because trust me, I would just nerd out if it was Stranger Things episode. I would be so happy. I'd binge it off for the 5th time in a week. Love Stranger Things. God, I love Stranger Things. I really do.
Of course you do.
My
Because
favorite
your eyes and
show.
ears work. No offense, Hush. Let's get into our number one for our top 5 movies in the last 5 years. Our top 5 and 5. I want to know.
I know we're both going Jordan Peele movies. I know we are. And we're going different ones because mine is Us.
Whoa. Really?
I fucking love this movie.
Wow.
Everything about it, I absolutely love. And again, guess who's in it? Elizabeth Moss.
She's great. So good.
Not for a big role. She's not the star. Someone who, and I spent 5 minutes talking up Elizabeth Moss in The Invisible Man.
She's great. So good.
What's her name? Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o, which, by the way, I mean, just awesome in all regards, I would say.
Right. She fucking kills it in this movie.
Yeah.
First of all, we haven't seen Us. Go see it. I think it's on Hulu. I'm 100% sure it's on Hulu. I say 100% sure, but then I question it. I don't know what to say about the movie without giving it completely away.
Well, you don't have to go too crazy. I would tell you that it is like a doppelganger movie. That there is like a pod person type thing where there is a set of people that look just like a multiverse. Think Loki. There's a set of people that look just like you, but they don't think like you do. And maybe you have some things that they think they deserve, and they're coming for them.
It's true. It's in the trailer. You see the family show up.
Oh, dude.
But you see the family in the house. That scene, I thought, all right, that's interesting. I'm in for it. But when you watch the movie, it's like a 15-minute scene. Fantastic. Everybody plays their role perfectly in that movie to me.
Yeah.
It's great. It's creepy. I love the story. The ending, twist ending. What?
I want to talk about Lupita Nyong'o, who's an amazing actress. I mean, sexy, great in all of her roles.
When you start with sex.
Well, I want to tell you, there's a lot of great roles she's done. In this movie, she's creepy as shit. There's a part in the driveway where the Falls family's there for the first time with just their silhouettes, and they look and see him outside the window, and then all of a sudden, they all scatter and go different directions. One person jumps to the right, one kid crawls like a dog off from the woods, and one scales a tree out of sight. And you're like, oh no, burn your house down and move. Where do you live in? Fucking Hoydenfield? What's the name of that place?
Haddonfield, dipshit. Jesus.
But the part Lupita Nyong'o was fantastic in this, but I want to take my hat off to my man Winston Duke, who plays the husband, who's just a husband. He's just a father.
The dude's jacked.
Dude, he's
got
an M'Baku.
The whitest name.
Winston? Yeah, Winston.
If I think Winston Duke,
yeah,
and then he walks like, you got to fight a dude named Winston. I'm like, okay. I've never been in a fight before. I'm going in confident. And he shows up.
Why?
What the fuck, man? What, is he catfishing me right now? Was he behind
What's his middle name? M'Baku? Easy. God. King of the gorilla tribe?
He is good. Everybody in this movie is good. Like I said, I Googled how to pronounce names.
Okay.
His name is Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Who's this?
He's the new Candyman. Also.
Okay.
Italian-ish.
Uh-huh.
And I knew Winston Duke from Black Panther. Obviously, we just made jokes about it.
Yeah.
It was not his movie. They did a haunted house at Universal Studios. It's the best haunted house I've ever been to because it was based on Us, and they fucking killed it. They even had the people who walked backwards really fast and then just turned on a dime and just sprinted off into the woods. That is the creepiest thing. And it's so simple. Just a woman walking backwards at top speed with confidence.
That's crazy.
She's not going to hit shit. And then just turns and you're like,
so
what
cool.
the fuck just happened?
I don't get jealous of you for many things. I always get jealous when you go to Hollywood Horror Nights. That place sounds amazing.
Every year.
I'm so jealous.
I went to Florida and California this year.
Jesus. Coast to coast.
And now my wife's dying. So, you got to take the good ones with the bad ones.
Oh, well, I mean, the ghostest with the mostest, babe. Sorry to hear it.
Hey, they had a Beetlejuice house.
Love Beetlejuice, dude. I'm doing that shit for Halloween, bro.
I also want to put into context how much I really like Us.
Okay.
If we were doing all-time favorite horror movies, this would still be on my list.
God damn, that's crazy. You like that movie that much? I mean, it wasn't bad, but that's crazy high.
So, maybe this is a segue, and I'm pretty sure it is.
Well,
Get
you would
Out, I
know.
loved. I loved Get Out. So my bar was set high for Jordan Peele. And it succeeded my bar. And maybe that's why I didn't like Candyman as much. Because he did Get Out. And he did
Us.
He did Us. And clearly I got a lot of love for Us. So maybe Candyman just fell short because it didn't hit the bar those other two reached. That being said, what is your number one?
Man, Killer Clowns from Same Space. No, for sure. Dude, for me is you're absolutely right. For me, it's Get Out. Get Out is a movie in the last 5 years. Like I said, I'm not a big ghost guy. I'm not a big demons. I accidentally, oh my God, we had sex on a Ouija board in the space shuttle, and now we have a demon alien. I don't get into those. But the psychological thrillers with just corruption, I believe immediately. Get Out is awesome. I've seen that they teach college courses on this movie for how many Easter eggs and tie-ins this is. This is a great movie that if you know the secret, you should watch again because there's so many nuances to it. Like the girl that eats Fruit Loops, she eats her Fruit Loops, eats a little bit, then she eats a spoonful of milk because she doesn't mix the colors. All of the white people that arrive at the party drive in black cars everywhere because they like to be transported in a black vehicle. Like, there's winks and nods to this whole movie, and I just think it was so smart. And it brought us Jordan Peele. That I don't know if he's the best director that's going to be around forever, but I'll tell you this: I'm probably going to see all of his movies because he puts a lot of thought into them. At least the first two he did. I haven't seen Candyman yet.
Candyman's good, and he definitely put a lot of thought to it. You can tell. I think it follows more of the Get Out path. This one might be more for you than it is for me. But I do love Get Out. I'm not at all mad. I'm not going to argue. Why is this your number one? Oh, it didn't make my top five. It didn't make my top five because while I do love the movie, there's other ones I liked more. And it was one of those that I debated on putting at number 5.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I didn't is because I knew 100% sure it'd be high on your list.
Absolutely.
I ain't stupid. If I'm debating on it, I'll find a reason to not put it on there. Jordan Peele, which is weird to think that he did Key and Peele.
No, I don't think so. Key and Peele to me is I have a high standard for comedy in regards of skits. Like Saturday Night Live has great skit ideas with no good endings, and all of Key and Peele's endings are good. That's a sign of a good writer. So, I mean, him doing these movies.
But you go watch Get Out, and you're 100% right. There's so much detail that I could watch this movie again and again and find something new.
Yeah.
And you're right. Key and Peele, it's different from Saturday Night Live because the end their skit's good, not just on a random joke.
Right.
I get what you're saying. But even then, I'm still surprised that that's the dude who did Get Out and did Us. I know
That's
there's
fair.
jokes, but in there.
In his defense, I do think that he's a very smart guy that's handled his movies that he's made excellently. But also, he had Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke and Elizabeth Moss, and then in Get Out, he had Daniel Kaluuya or Lakue, I think is his name.
I ain't gonna say that one.
And Lakeith Stanfield is the guy who says "Get Out," who's like married the old white woman, and then the camera flash wakes him up. I mean, some of these people are great actors, and they did a great performance. And then also, there's something in movies where there's a creep vibe where you're like, "What is going on here?" Like the entire movie, you're going like, "There's something weird going on," and I don't know what it is, but man, I feel so uneasy. My skin's kind of. Why are they acting? It's like they all know a joke and they're not telling him. So what? I kind of need. So you kind of felt like that guy the whole time, him wanting to leave and him, being mistreated, and then at the end, like such a good twist, dude. For him to, he had to scratch the chair to pick cotton to put in his ears. Like there's 100 little weird things that they did in that movie. They're like, oh, okay, I didn't even realize that. Like little things that he's just like, yeah, I've been thinking about this movie for 10 years. So
a lot of reasons I love Baby Driver so much is because when I watch it, I'm invested in the background. I'm invested in the lines they say because it all has, or I find something new every time that I didn't see that ties into the movie. That's the same with Get Out. You'll find something new you didn't see the first time. And it is the highest rated movie we've talked about today. It 98%.
Damn, that's high.
This movie got put in the category for Oscars under comedy. It was a huge controversy.
It's ridiculous.
It's not a fucking comedy. This movie deserved best picture nods. They put it in the comedy section like, fuck off the Academy Awards.
There's a funny argument to a lot of these movies in subcultures. Like a friend of mine named Alex told me when we were growing up, he's like, what's emo music? And I go, emo music is emotional music.
Panic at the Disco.
And he goes, emotional music? And I go, yeah. And he goes, shouldn't all music be emotional music? Like it makes you feel emotions? And I was like, fuck, you're right, man. That shouldn't be a thing. So the same idea in movies. Like this one's dramatic. It imposed drama. I'm like, that's all movies. So every movie, regardless of the genre, should be up for drama because it's a movie. It's dramatic. We're in the dramatic arts, right? Which is theater. So I'm mad they made that a comedy, especially because there probably was a great comedy that should have been there in its place. That wasn't a comedy. Yeah. Jordan Peele's a great comedian. That wasn't a joke.
Wedding Crashers and Best Comedic Picture. I ain't mad. That's 100% comedy.
Dude, Bridesmaids?
Out in there, I'm like, bro, I watched the movie. I ain't laughing.
You know,
I'm laughing at, I can't remember his name. The comic relief. He's funny in that movie.
Little Ray. I know the cop. Yeah. He's I think he works at the airport.
Yeah, he's the best friend.
Yeah.
Every movie's got the comic relief. He's that.
Yeah.
Other than that, first of all, I ain't laughing at that story.
It's pretty funny.
You can say that. We got one viewer.
And he's gone. Fuck.
Shit.
He cancels us. No, that's a huge insult. But that just shows you how stupid and backwards the Academy Awards are.
Yep. 100% right. That's probably when I stopped watching the Oscars before that. So.
Yeah.
Any honorable mentions you got?
No, I mean, the one I wanted to talk about a little bit was some like originals that I really liked. But I mean, we've covered most of the bread and butter of it. How about you? I know you got lots. You're a horror guy. You're an expertite.
I got a couple.
Okay,
Don't Breathe. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
88%.
Okay, it's pretty high.
To be honest though, I would have chose Ready or Not before I chose.
Yeah. I like Don't Breathe though. Another one of those senses being gone kind of movies. You know, they're just doing that a bunch.
There's a part in the trailer that's not in the movie that bugged me a lot.
Oh.
And he turns off the lights and he goes, "Now you see what I see." But he doesn't fucking say it in the movie, and it pisses
That'd be
me off.
great to say. That'd be so good.
Oh, that's a good line. Leave it out. Another one is Train to Busan. I'm a zombie movie guy.
It's a good one.
Other than Get Out, that's the highest movie. That's the highest rated movie, 94%.
I want to say that I know you're a zombie lover, and Train to Busan is a Korean movie that is now a good staple for zombie movies. In the new What If series on Disney Plus, there's a Marvel Zombies episode, and they're on a train and they're being attacked by zombies, and it is clearly an homage. That series is very well done with a bunch of Easter eggs in every episode, but it's clearly an homage to Train to Busan. And I was just like, dude, I love it because they're like, you know what I love? People that are creators love other creators that have made good things. They're like, dude, like those Pixar people love The Shining. They put it in most of their movies, which is weird, but you're like, eh. But same idea. So great call with Train to Busan.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then a ghost movie. I know you're not big into ghosts or demons.
Oh, I thought that was a title. Go ahead.
No. Conjuring 2.
I don't remember the plot of Conjuring. I mean, like, there's so many.
It did the spin-off of The Nun. That's how that started. I really like the Conjuring series, all three of them, even the newest one, Devil Made Me Do It. It's my least favorite. I think it's my wife's favorite. They're good. I'm not a big ghost movie guy. I don't search out for them. To be honest, I do favor the guy in the mask just fucking murdering people and then for some reason gets shot 90 times with a rocket launcher.
Kill him.
And I will be like, that's stupid. Anyway, when's the next one come out? I get that.
Well,
I believe in ghosts, and I don't.
Well, my problem that I have with those movies is that I realized I thought everyone was rooting for the killer to kill all the people. And then I guess nobody else, a lot of people weren't feeling that. Because that's what I was like, when he like speared a guy, like stabbed his head through, I don't know, like a field goal post, I was like, oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, he was the lacrosse captain. I go, wait, you're rooting for the high schoolers? I thought we were all rooting for Pigface. No?
Wait, have I been watching movies wrong?
I don't know, man. Everyone I talked to was like, man, it's weird.
It should have ended at number 1 because he should have murdered all the children.
Yeah. He's hungry.
Do I think Pennywise is stupid and should have died sooner? Yes.
The Dutch.
But Conjuring 2, I like all three of them.
I'm not mad at those. The Conjurings are good films. Just not my bag, but I enjoy them too. I don't make fun of those. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
I don't seek out ghost movies. I don't do that. I don't believe in ghosts. That's not my thing. It's not my bag either. But I do enjoy when someone can make my heart race. And The Conjuring and the first 2 did that.
Yeah.
So you win. You win The Conjuring.
Yeah.
But you didn't win a slot in my top 5/6. So that's about all I have.
Dude, so many of those. I always make jokes that like they have one called Sinister and they have one called Malignant. Dude. Remember, I made jokes that they would make like terrible names for movies with like no credit to the thing. I made a joke I think called Malevolent or something, and they made Malignant. I was pretty close.
My wife absolutely loves Sinister. She said that movie fucks her up. Yeah. I showed it to her one day. She's like, "This is a pretty good one, I guess." It scared the shit out of her, apparently.
Yeah. Dude, The Nun?
Every horror movie I love. She didn't like them as much.
When The Nun came out, I don't remember which Conjuring 2. When that came up, my friend Lindsay stood up in the theaters and went, nope, and walked down and left the theater.
So The Conjuring 2 gave birth to The Nun. And then they did a spin-off called The Nun.
Right. So during the movie, when they first showed it, she left mid-movie. She goes, I'll wait in the lobby.
Exorcist or the religious shit. That's fine. My sister-in-law, she can't watch Exorcist movies. It just bothers her. Not because she hates or scared of it, or it just bothers her.
Yeah.
It happens. Another one I want to bring up, I don't think it falls in this category. They say it does. It's Split.
Ooh, Split as a horror movie. I mean, there's definitely horror parts. You know what? I would count Split because he's gruesome. I mean, he's really scary.
So I didn't count Split because I thought of it as more of a thriller.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, if I did, I probably would have put it in my top 5.
I would say Hush is probably a thriller as well. Maybe even Green Room for me. So I mean, fair is fair. But no, I'm not mad at that choice. If you'd have put it on there, I wouldn't have fought you on it. Split's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's a great movie.
James McAvoy is awesome playing all of the characters. So
I don't know how many he plays in that movie. They say he has like 40-something personalities, but I think he plays like 7 or 8 different people. He fucking murders it.
Well, the best one is clearly Hedwig.
Oh my god!
Did you think it was a real window so you could escape with something? Dude,
you sound like Mark Wahlberg trying to do an impression of him.
No, Mark Wahlberg is. I can do anything you want. Okay, just let me help you out as best as I can. Just do your best, all right? I'm a peacock, Captain. You gotta be fly.
Then?
No, I can't do both. I'll fall over. Hey, everybody, I want to thank you so much for tuning in our Whiskey Cinema episode. This month, we're doing our horror Halloween Fest type movies all month long. So if you enjoyed this one and the last one, please tune in to next week. We'll have another spooktacular, just made that up, copyright it, episode for you next week.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
You know what? Yeah, stay fresh.